Hi everyone, how are you doing? How is everything going with you? I'm so happy to be here this afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is Vera again. Our topic today is going to be on relationship. But before I continue, I would like to appreciate the Bless K for all she has been doing for me and some of my friends. Mega shout out to all of you. The topic of today is this: is marriage a bondage or a bond? How do you see marriage? What is your own definition of marriage? Considering the way your marriage is, or considering what you are seeing around you. Some people, when you ask them the meaning of marriage, what they understand as marriage or as being married is bondage. Some singles see marriage as a bondage. This is because of certain things that has happened around them. You know, why some people that are even married to sees marriage as a bondage. Bond. Everything depends on how you see it. Like me, when I was growing up, I used to see marriage as a bond because my uncle that brought me up and the wife, their marriage was like something I would say made in heaven. That doesn't mean that they were not having one issue or the other. They used to have misunderstanding, but they used to settle it amicably. Nothing like shouting, fighting, quarreling. But when I grew up and entered marriage, hey, I started seeing with I started seeing it in another way because then my marriage was so terrible. So I started seeing marriage as a bondage. But in as much as I saw it as a bondage, I didn't want to leave because of my children. But I wasn't happy. I was in pains. How do you see marriage? Before I continue, I would like to welcome my friends. If you are seeing me for the first time, you're welcome. If you have not seen me for the first time, you've seen me before, and you've even subscribed, I thank you. I appreciate you for your always returning to my channel to come and watch me and listen to me. I'm so grateful for encouragement. Then, if today is your first time that you are seeing me, please subscribe, comment. Today, this is an interesting topic. Comment. What do you think? About this topic. What's your opinion? What have you experienced? Then hit the notification button so that next time when I upload my video, you will get it. If marriage is the coming together of a man and a woman to become husband and wife. It's the bringing together of two souls, two hearts, two minds, who have been attracted emotionally, bringing them together to achieve a goal, and also uniting their bodies in that physical aspect. Why the other one is spiritual and emotional aspects. So if your marriage is a peaceful one, if your marriage is a peaceful marriage, no fighting, no quarreling before you, the man of the home, takes decision. If you've thought about it, you will seek your wife's opinion. That is a bond. You don't take actions without her. You carry her along. You care for her wherever she goes. You care to know where she is. You call her. If she calls, you don't get annoyed. You allow her to use the media. Do you know that some men don't allow their wives to use the media? I have a brother who does not allow the wife to use Facebook. I'm not lying, and I cannot say because it's my brother, I should hide him. No. Some men are so, will I say, selfish? Some, not all. Meanwhile, some too encourage their wives. Like me now. My husband is encouraging what I'm doing on the media. That's because he's a changed person. Before, hey, ordinary WhatsApp, you tell everybody I'm using WhatsApp. You'll be feeling, I don't know, you'll be complaining. But now it's not like that. If your marriage has the characteristics of beating, you know, maybe your husband is beating you, or you, the wife, is beating your husband, because some women beat their husband, so there's no communication, or when your wife calls you, you start complaining. There was a time in my marriage, if I call my husband will be annoyed. He will say, why am I calling him? Where he went, Mr. John was there. Mr. Okonkwo was there, Mr. Mohammed was there, Mr. This was there. They all have wives. It's only him that has wife. Every time I'll be calling him. And he said every time I'll be calling him, I'll be doing my husband, my husband, my husband. I then told him, if I'm calling you, it shows that I care, you know. So some men, if their wife calls them like this, it's a problem. Oh. If you are the kind of woman that you're calling your husband and he's annoyed, problem deal. It be like say the man no like you, or it be like say they do play away match. You are distracting him and he doesn't want it. If your marriage is categorized by this and many other things, you are in bondage. Your husband does not call you, and when you call, he becomes annoyed. He will take what's it called? He will take actions, important actions. There was a day we're having about, I think about. In fact, let me not say that. There was a day my husband sold our car. He sold our car. I didn't know. After some time, I asked, for some time I've not seen this car. Some of you might be wondering, and the first day he came back without the car. Why didn't you talk? My husband decided I'll go with the car. As at that time, those days, if some of you have watched my video, you hear me mentioning those days. He decided I will go out with the car those days. He used to drink those days, but he doesn't drink now. He will leave the car and come back. So when I did not see that car, I thought it's one of those things, because if he leaves the car, somebody will help him and bring it back one day. But after some months, like 1 month, 2 months or so, I noticed I've not seen that car. And I asked him, where is this car? He said he sold it. So if you can sold, that's even a small thing. There are some important decisions that your husband, if your marriage is a bond, if you're having a relationship with your husband, if there's love, there are certain decisions your husband will take that how will I put it? If you're having good relationship with your husband, he will not take any important decisions in the marriage without informing you. He will carry you along. Both of you will be thinking together, playing together, But when you are in bondage, when your marriage is characterized by, some how will I put it? By some negative things, then you are in bondage. He will take so many decisions without telling you. He can go and buy a house, you won't be aware. He can build a house, you won't know. He will do so many things that you won't know. Take some important decision that will affect you, his wife. You won't know. You are in bondage. So what kind of marriage are you in? Or what kind of marriage do you know someone to be in? Somebody might say, what is the solution to someone that is in bondage? For example, I have a friend who is in bondage now. Since Christmas, her husband has not come back, and the husband has been behaving like that. He beats her, doesn't give her money for the feeling she's a hustler. She goes to my 12, buy things, sell, she's a hustler. The man does not have a plot of land anywhere, according to her. According to what she told me, the husband does not have a plot of land anywhere, but he likes cars. The man is not a baby, he's over 50s. He's not thinking of whether he should buy a car or not. Whether he should buy a house or not. All he does is to be buying car because he picks beautiful girls outside. If by the time he lands with that car, any girl he talks to want to follow him. That's why he likes to spend his money on cars. He has forgotten that the time will come, that work that he's doing will stop. So, like she now, that kind of person, if you are capable, you leave the marriage. You cannot be in bondage. You cannot be living your life for someone. Somebody might say, did you live your own? There was time I was in bondage and we separated. I always say it. If you cannot cope, you go. I'm not telling you to leave. If you cannot cope, you go. But if you can cope, stay. If you cannot cope and financially you are ready, you can take care of yourself and children, emotionally you are ready. Some people, they will leave their husband, their mind will be there. I beg, stay. Don't go and kill yourself. If emotionally you are not ready, stay in the marriage and be enduring. So in that kind of marriage, if you know you are financially strong, spiritually, emotionally, then go. You cannot be living your life for someone that doesn't care, is there enjoying himself. If you are in a marriage and you are not happy, you are doing everything to please the man. You cannot visit your friends, you cannot visit your family, you cannot use Facebook or any media, you can't use the phone. He only allows you to do just to make call. He allows you just to make call and receive calls. You can't use any app. In this age and time, this media age, this internet age, you are in soup. In fact, you are in serious bondage, serious one. There was a day I wanted to enter BRT bus. I came, I saw a long queue. I wanted to ask, I think this thing happened yesterday or when. I wanted to ask them, please, is this Ikorodu queue or something? All the people were, everybody was busy with phone. I said, now wow, I want to ask this one, it's pressing phone. I want to ask the next one, it's pressing phone. I said, now wow, hey, phone wahala. Now somebody, because he married you and put you in the house, he will now turn you to a dummy. Most of these men that are doing this now are doing it because they are scared that you'll be exposed. A man that is maltreating himself, his wife, and restricting her from using things like this, he's just scared that the wife will be exposed and maybe she'll find solution to that's it. Sorry, that's imprisonment that he has put her. But a man that is not treating his wife like that allows her to be free. He won't be scared. They say a clear conscience fears no accusation. I be how are they saying it? Why will you be scared? Scared of the unknown? Because you know anything can happen at any time. So some men will not allow their wives to work because they don't want their wives to be financially strong in case anything happens, so that should be seeing them as their God, as their deputy Jesus. You know, some women are in marriages like that, where they see their husband as their God, and if they leave the marriage, some of them always use this word. I don't know, I don't have anywhere to go. Why don't you have anywhere to go? Were you not coming from somewhere to come and marry your husband? That is why every woman should be strong. Go and look for something and do. But if your marriage is characterized by, love, communication, your husband considers you when he's taking some actions, plays with you, discusses with you, does not keep long malice with you. Some men can keep malice with a woman for months. If you have a good relationship with your husband, why will you go? Two heads are better than one. You stay with your husband. Nobody is telling you to leave your marriage. I'm not against people being married. After all, I'm a married woman. But if your marriage is, you are in bondage, this life now once, so you cannot come and be in bondage all in the name of marriage. That's why you should be financially strong as a woman. Why I'm emphasizing on a woman, not because I'm a woman, it's because this marriage enslavement is very common with the men, It's the men that enslaves their wife most of the time. Most of the time. It's very rare before you say a woman that would do it. Some women do it. If you say a woman that is doing it, not that she's rich. A woman that does not have money cannot do it. And if you say a woman that is old doing it for her husband, go and ask. Probably the man maltreated her when. Go and ask. So as a lady, try and be financially strong and don't be in bondage. If you are in bondage, I will advise you to just give him a break. It's not a must you divorce him. I'm not saying that. Just, shift. You need your sanity. You need to be alive for your children. Then later, you can come back together again. After some months or years, depending. If you're lucky, if it doesn't work out that way, then everybody find their way. Do not let any man to put you in bondage. And men too. Do not let any woman to put you in bondage. Because some women can put their wives in bondage, their husbands in bondage. By beating them. Yes, you heard me well. Some women beat their husband. Some women beat their husbands. You don't know they have some power mic women that can beat their husbands. So women to turn their husbands to house helps. To be washing their clothes, washing their pants, cooking. Because they are the breadwinner. They are the ones that are working. Maybe the man does not have a job. If you're a man, go and look for a job. Make money. Be financially strong. And the wife will not turn you to a slave. She will not keep you in bondage, all in the name of marriage. Because this thing I'm talking about is not only women that it happens to men too. Some wives has turned their men to house helps. They will go to work. When they come back, the man will serve them food, wash their clothes for them, sweep the house clean, do all the necessary house chores. Why the woman goes to work in the morning and just come back, and maybe there's a nanny that helps her to carry baby if she has baby. So, my brothers and sisters, I don't have much to say. This is all I have to tell you today. Are you in bondage? Or what do you think of marriage? Is marriage a bondage or a bond? If it is a bondage, comment in the comment section. Let's share your own opinion. If it is a bond too, comment in your own in the comment section. I'm not against any comments or any opinion. I'm just pouring my opinion. Even my opinion self is not one-sided. I'm not saying it's a bondage. I'm not saying it's a bond. But normally it's supposed to be a bond. Marriage is a bond between two people. You understand? That is what it is. Not that I'm not saying that is the normal definition of marriage. But when other things are happening in the marriage, it becomes another thing. So write what you think marriage is. And thank you very much. Till I come your way next time. Before I go, don't forget to subscribe, comment, hit the notification button, and even share. You can share the video. This video can be of benefit to one or two persons. You might not tell. You might share this video now, and there's someone there, suffering. Just like one day that I listened to a program on radio. I heard these people discussing, and they are from office of the, hey, I've forgotten what they call them. They were the one that gave me that first push. When I listened to it, I wrote their address and their phone number, and I was waiting for my husband. The next time he misbehaved, I moved. My son is reminding me. He said the Ministry of Justice. It's not Ministry of. I actually went to Ministry of Justice. It's not Ministry of Justice. I first of all went. Office of the Public Defender. They were the ones that I listened to their program. They were the ones that made me know, because they were just discussing all those things that my husband was doing to me. I said, hey, these people are just discussing my marriage here. They were like, are you passing through this? If you're passing through this, call us. This is our number. They called it. I wrote it down. I didn't even go. That reminds me, I didn't go to their office. But that their program was a push for me. When I wanted to go to their office, a lawyer that I met told me that if I get there, they will ask me, have you been to the police station? And if my answer is no, they will send me to the police station. They will tell me to go and meet the police. So I started from going to the police, from police to other places. Let me not mention. That's by the way. In fact, we are best of friends now. My husband is the best husband now, the best man. Some of my friends those days, they can't. If I tell them, those that are not aware, that have left where we are, they won't believe me. Those that have heard, so it's still a miracle. Even to me, it's a miracle. So I'll just stay like that, looking at my this is my husband. That's why some people, they'll be asking, when they see a man maltreating a lady, they'll be asking, didn't you know he was like this? The woman knew he was nice when they married. But men being what they are, some men, not all men, have to be careful, because I know there are still some good men. Some men being what they are, once they enter, yes, I've married this lady. I'm the head of the home. They'll start misbehaving, especially when they have small change. They will not turn their wife to house help, make her to become a rag. They will go to work, they won't come back. They will come back in the middle of the night. And expect the woman to be happy. That alone, you are killing the woman emotionally. When someone calls you, say, my dear, or sweetheart, why did you come back late? Are you questioning my character? Are you questioning my movement? Is it I'm the head of this home? I pay for this house rent. You don't have to question me. Or some of them will be scared a bit and lie. When they finish lying today, tomorrow they will lie. They can tell you there was traffic, or the workload was much, or we had a meeting, we closed late. A time will come, they will not be tired of lying, because they want to be free. They will not let you know that I'm the head of the home. My own was like that today, saying that if it is 12, if I've not seen my husband, if I just call him, if I call him like this, he won't even say, hello, sweetheart, why are you calling? I'll just hear is, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. You don't even want to know why I'm coming, because he knows that why I'm calling him is to let him know it's getting late too. I usually call him those around 11 or 12. It's getting late too. Are you not going to come home? You just tell me, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. If I try that line the second time, do you know what you hear? The number you are calling is switched off. You just off the phone. It was that terrible, to the extent that, in fact, anytime I call him, he gets annoyed. There was that I told him that if you don't want a woman to call you, why did you get married? Why did you get married? You should have been living your life. I cannot be living here and I don't see my husband and you expect me to be comfortable at home. No. But it was so it now got to a level where I even stopped calling him. I stopped bothering because he wants me to stop bothering and he gets annoyed when I call him. So I just left him and we continued to live. It was so terrible that if I don't see my husband, if he doesn't come back home, I won't call. Because that's what he wants. He wants me to leave him to enjoy his life. And I left him. He enjoyed his life. To the extent that one day he had an accident. They rushed him to hospital. I did not know. He did not come back. I locked my door. I went inside and slept. The next day, we started preparing for school. Started preparing my children for school. One of his friends came. Where is your husband? I said, he's not around though. He went out. Since when? I said, yesterday. So he didn't come back home. He didn't sleep in there. I said, yes. He said, I am comfortable. I said, what do you want me to do? He has chosen his path. That's what he wants to do. So when he likes, he comes back now. He said, your husband is in the hospital there dying and you are here. I said, eh? He said, yes. My husband had an accident. So it was that terrible. Is that one marriage? I was in bondage. The only thing that kept me going was that I was a busy woman. I had a shop. I was busy doing my cakes and all that. Before, after some time, we had to go. I couldn't endure it any longer. But anyway, that's by the way. So thank you very much. If you know that you have a different opinion altogether about what marriage is, comment in the comment section. Thank you very much. Till I come your way next time. Bye.